I learned that the using the design process is with everything, not just science. Like we're learning about the design process in ELA, and I thought that was only for science. So.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I never thought we would be like discussing in ELA, is like the way that he built like this windmill and using the design process, and we also got to research our own like what inventor to and figure out how they were using the design process. Do you like this curriculum as opposed to other curriculums? Because I feel like we can have more in-depth conversations when everybody has to, like every line in the book counts, because we're talking about such small details and what stuff is representing, that we can delve into it and talk to each other and say, hey, oh, I didn't realize that that's what that meant. This is what I thought, and like learn off of it.
And then another thing that I also have to say is, like, thank you, Leticia, for reminding me, because they're like our conversations. We learn about like what makes like a good speaker and what makes like, and then we had our fishbowl activity, which was actually really fun, and we would like give each other like peer feedback on like how we did, or like how we think we did, like, and how
we can improve.
Yeah, like how we can improve, like. And we actually did a pretty good job, because like we were like tracking the speaker. Everybody was at least trying their best to participate, and it seems like it's actually working really well for me, and as well as the other students in my class.
One of my favorite activities is when we get to have like a group discussion, and like we're all fighting to get our hands up and explain it, because it's like some people wouldn't raise their hand before because they were scared to get it wrong. This is also helping them when they're reading the book and getting interested. They want to raise their hand. They want to say what it is and get feedback, and like get like positive like reinforcement. Like we're doing good, and yeah, like it's great to have like those discussions and say, here's what I think. Is it right? If it's not, how can we learn off of that?
I read Esperanza Rising. I learned like not to give up hope because they had many struggles, but they always got through them no matter how big they were.
Never feel disappointed with like what you did or thought about. Just think that you're proud of yourself.
Because of this, we talk a little bit more about like our ideas about the book and our predictions and what we think is going to happen or how we think they feel.
I feel like we're talking more with like we're connecting more with our groups and talking more about the UDHR and like what's happening and the key detail. And one of the rights that really stuck out to me is the fair wage one, because most people like teenagers, sometimes they get paid low. With the adults, they get paid more just because of their age or how they look.
The plastic pollution is an important topic because it's teaching you also that just because it's made out of material, it's causing an extreme harm to our sea life and our environment.
Like, I was very surprised of how much plastic ended up in like places where people pollute, and it's like very shocking to see what we do to like the ocean and land. It made me feel awful because we're just destroying our beautiful world.
Actually causing diseases and spreading into like seafood, all those. So people that like seafood a lot, that's the diseases that are passing on to the fish are passing on to the humans, which is causing harm to even us just by littering, which shows how important it is to recycle.
Something that stood out to me is the microplastics, because like Jonathan said, the stuff in the fish are microplastics, which are very small, so you can't really see them. They're more like invisible than you can. Make this book to show how the plastic life cycle is and like how it ends up in the ocean.
Can you read us a page from your book?
The waves of the shore pulled us in. Wish, wash, old little Danny and Lily would stay in the ocean for years. We turned into microplastic, and even though we were small, we hurt many animals and wish we never did. When these animals are eaten, they can't hurt us in our world. We came here to alert and that you can help solve this problem. So why not join us to fight against plastic
Yeah,
pollution?
something new I've learned from this year is that the conversations we have, like while we're turning and talking, they're a lot deeper, a lot more mature than they would usually be any other year.
Yeah, I agree. I think with this new curriculum, it's a lot easier to be able to understand things with being able to view different media, such as movies and articles and videos. I think it's really helped strengthen my understanding of topics. I think a graphic novel is a great way to learn history because if you can see it, like, it may not be the most common type to learn about a topic, but I think it really captures it really well and it provides information a lot easier, especially since there's a lot of pictures and it really helps you not just understand it, but see it and understand the characters better.
Yeah, I think it really did help a lot of people learn more because some people really aren't good with just sitting and reading a book, and some people just need like an image or a picture to be helping them learn something. Well, something we've learned about in our books was about the struggles that Jewish people had to endure during the Holocaust, and I think that just really shows what history really was, and I think it's important for people to learn that because, well, it's history and we shouldn't forget.
Personally, I've learned to really persevere through tough times. The book follows the story of a mouse who portrays Jewish people in the 1940s, and they go through a lot of tough challenges and they lose family members and they hang on with little to no hope left, and I think that's a really powerful message to people.
I think this book would really helps people like show empathy towards others and things that have happened around the world, because throughout the entire book you're constantly being shown horrific images and horrific things that happen to the main character, so I think it really just helps people show empathy.
I think one of the connections from Mouse and the Boy in Striped Pajamas, it really showed mistreatment with Jewish people in concentration camps. Although one is a movie and one is a book, I think that both were able to provide a strong message for viewers and readers.
I think that there was a correlation because in both there was upstanders, and they really showed that during times like the Holocaust, upstanders are essential to make times better.
For example, Vladek, which is the main character in the story, he risked his life to help his wife and his wife family members. And I think something that we can learn is that if somebody's in help and you can do something to reach out and like help them.